Really quickly, we're going to review the water knot. So with our webbing, we're going to create an overhand on one end. We just want to ensure that we have at least 3 inches of tail. So here, 3 inches, we're going to measure just using the width of our fist. So I've got enough on this side. Now I'll grab the other end, and all we're going to do is trace this. So again, I'll pull some through, making sure that I'll have enough on the other side. And then I'm just tracing the other strands of webbing everywhere it goes. Stays nice and aligned on top, follows through, and when it pops out, we just want to make sure we have enough. So here, I'm right about at that 3 inches. It's sticking out of my hand, so it's good to go. And then just make sure it's nice and dressed. And now we have our water knot with appropriate size on each side of it, so we don't need any additional safety. Those lengths are safety. Cool. So now we'll review the Wrap 3 Pull 2. This is going to be a really common anchor when we have either trees, ballards like this, anything we can access wrapping our webbing around. I know that this webbing is a little bit long, so I'm just doubling it up, but the process is going to be exactly the same either way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up to it and I'm going to wrap it 3 times. So this is my first wrap, 1, second wrap, 2, third wrap, 3. So now from there I'm going to tie off my webbing with a water knot. So to do that, you're going to create your overhand. And with webbing, what we want to do is make sure we have at least 3 inches on each side. That's basically our safety, so I want at least a palm's length. So I've got enough extra right there that now I can follow it through on the other side. So I'll just trace what I just made. I make sure I get enough to, again, have at least 3 inches on the other side. I need to grab a little more. More does not hurt. Here. Hopefully I have 3 inches when I tighten this. Okay, and then once I cinch down my water knot, I want to pull it. So kind of right at 3 inches there. It's maybe a little short, but for the sake of the video, I'm just going to keep going. And then the next part we want to do is cinch this knot up to our tree. And this will do a couple things for us. So we're going to pull everything we created. So that's our pull 2. And what's nice is when we dress this, the knot's here, which is going to do a few things for us. We can see it, so if anything's happening, we should see that knot have tension. That's how we know if anything's going on with our load. It also essentially removes the knot from the equation in terms of what this is able to carry weight-wise. So because it's right there, this knot shouldn't see any weight. You can almost see that it's loose right now, even though I'm pulling pretty tight. And at the end of this, when we're actually breaking everything down, this knot won't cinch up as much and it'll be a lot easier to release. So it's nice to have that knot there for that reason. From there, we can just clip our carabiner and we're good to go.
The wheel is a good strong anchor that we can use for when we're on scene and we don't have any other options around. It's readily available and it's quick and easy. This webbing is the 24-foot 1-inch tubular webbing from our quick access kit, and we're going to create a easy anchor. When doing this, you want to make sure that you go through the holes on the tire. You don't want to go over and you don't want to go under because it can easily slip out. So there's a couple ways that you can tie this. You can double up the webbing and pull it through. And an easy way to pull it through is to use the Big Easy on the engine. Another good option for a quick anchor is using the eyelets off of the front bumper. And we're going to show you a low distributing anchor. One of the first things you'll grab from the quick access kit is usually the anchor strap. It's very strong, efficient, easy to use. We're going to show you a tree as an anchor. When using a tree as an anchor, there's a couple of things that you have to look out for. You want to make sure that it is live. You want to wrap pretty close to the base, and you want to make sure that it's at least 5 inches in diameter thick, which a good rule of thumb to use is that it's about as thick as your thigh. There's a couple of different ways to use the anchor strap. This one's called a basket. This one's the strongest of the two. It's about 93 kN. And then the choker, which is just pulling the smaller end through, this D-ring right here, this one's about half that at 49 kN.